Okay.
My Wi-Fi? Oh, I'm all right.
No,
No, not yours.
it's not started.
No,
Oh
not me. I'm good.
no, my
It's
internet's gonna
live.
give me the run for my money today. Come on, internet. It's not. It's like spinning.
Well, hello, everyone.
I can't
Thank
even
you for.
stop it from spinning. It's.
That's hilarious.
Well, I'll apologize if
It's
we're
gonna
having
go
a little
live at some point.
having a little technical.
Hi, hi, Slayers. We're having some issues. It was not telling me we're live, but apparently we've been live for 40 seconds. Rhonda must have been able to see it. I could not see it. Of course, I'm having an internet issue today.
Yes, I can see it. I can see it. Hello,
Crazy.
hello, hello.
Welcome. I'm Tiana, aka the Swagslayer, a lovely host, Rhonda from the Pink People Studios, and our special guest today, Nesha from Geeky Niche on Instagram. Her name is right there on the screen. Make sure you are following her. What is up, Terry? Thank you for joining us. Nesha is a six-figure Amazon seller. She sells on Amazon and she's brought in six figures, guys. Like, that is a number that so many of us want to hit. So many of us have talked about. So many of us want to even know how to get started with Amazon. And then she has been gracious enough to write down her secrets in a book for us to read. Because as I tell my daughter all the time, all the treasures are written in a book. If you want to know what's up, you got to read it. So Nesha, welcome. Thank you for joining us on the Swagslayer Talk. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm great today. Thanks so much. How you guys doing today?
Yes.
Well, we're doing well. We're doing well. We're happy to have you here with us. We're anxious, or at least you know me.
I'm
I'm
happy to
anxious.
be here.
I'm anxious for some tidbits.
I got plenty of tidbits, little tips, tidbits, all that. I've been excited ever since Tiana asked me to come on because you get not flustered, but you get excited because you just want to share. Me, I love sharing information. So when she said that I could come on, when she invited me on the show, I was really happy about it.
Oh, well, we're happy to have you here. So, how I'm just going to jump ahead of Tiana because I'm the what I'm the meat and potatoes type check. But I just was curious
Okay, let's go.
how long you've been reselling and how you even really got started.
Well, I've been reselling since June of 2019. That's when I started my Amazon account. I kind of teetered between eBay and Amazon. I'm not big on taking pictures. I always tell everybody this, like I need a VA so I can be better off with my eBay account. But I do have an eBay partner. So I do have an eBay store,
Okay.
but I don't do anything with it. Like I love Amazon. So I started back in June 2019, but I mostly sold books. So I was constantly selling all used books because that's a low cost point of entry for people trying to sell on Amazon because you can get books for free. Like you can get so much inventory from, OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace, a whole bunch of places where you can just free books, and people will give them to you. So you kind of start to get your feet wet via like the used book genre when you go through that way. But I kept seeing other people make like a lot of money, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? I'm trying to pay off student loans. Like, what are your secrets? So as I started to explore other categories like grocery and clothing and over-the-counter medications, anything, you can sell anything on Amazon. So that's how that started.
Oh, wow, that's really interesting. So you started 2019 on okay. So just really a little over
Yeah.
what, a year and months. I Yes, you definitely can.
Yeah. So I'm just
We're probably gonna get into this later about the things that you can sell on there because that's also really interesting to me as well. But I know Tiana has
everything,
her
everything.
things, so I'm just gonna be quiet right now.
You're fine, Rhonda. You're 100% fine. I'm checking on my technology, praying that my computer doesn't act up today. But no, like definitely all the things that you could sell. I love that you were saying that you had student loans that you wanted to pay off. So you were like trying to look for creative ways to do that. And
I was
so,
just having a little crackling.
yes. And so
Yeah,
Amazon was
that's
like,
exactly. Honestly, like when I started, because I have a full-time job. Cut out. I have a full-time job still. And then I felt like I needed to do something else. I was waitressing and running around all over the place. I wanted to be home more, and I just decided to pick up on Amazon. And it's because the money seems like it comes fast. That's just me.
I'm not sure if you can still hear us, Nesha. You're breaking up a little bit and you're frozen. I just want to make sure if you can still hear us. I just want to make sure because we can only hear you sporadically.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you right now.
I can hear you. You want? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
All right.
So you were
sorry. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Would you just repeat the last thing you said? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was saying that I was doing all these other not jobs, but I had my full-time job, I had my part-time job, and I wanted to be able to do something from home, like I said, pay off the student loans and looking for another stream of income. That's why I found Amazon so that I could get on to take care of those type of things.
Nice.
Can you hear me now?
Nice.
Is that are you better now?
Yeah. No, that was perfect. And so with that, knowing that, okay, this is a new venture, you're going to make some money to pay off different things, be home more. How did you realize that Amazon was really going to be able to bring in that revenue? Like, is it just because you heard somebody else doing it? But like, what point did it click for you that you were like, yes, this is going to be able to bring in income to take care of the things that I'm looking to pay off, save for, etc.?
You started paying for bills. Like it started, like I started to have more cash on hand. Like I started to just, I started not, things just got easier in life. Like honestly, because, Amazon, you get paid every 2 weeks. If you're making good buying decisions and you know what you're doing as far as finding profitable inventory, then the money comes quickly. Like it it makes you have more money available to you more often. So that's like kind of what it was that kind of to kickstart me in. And then one day it was back in October, I sold a book for $432.
Wow.
I got this
Wow.
book in like a large haul. I probably paid like for $430 $434, I think it was. Something crazy like that.
Yeah, that's
so
insane.
After that, when you start seeing different products like that sell, it's just you don't.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't know when to be. All of a sudden, you get that first. It hooks you.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's how we all got into the reseller game. We're like, oh, I'm gonna just sell this stuff, whatever. But there's always that product we can go back to, or that item we can go back to and be like, wait a minute, how much did they pay? Oh yeah, I want to keep doing this. So yes, I understand.
Right. That's when we fall down the rabbit hole.
Exactly. I mean, buy low, sell high. Like people ask me all the time, what do you sell? I said anything except a controlled substance. Like
yes.
if it's a grocery, if it's it doesn't matter. All of it.
And that's what I like too, because for example, I started off on Poshmark. Poshmark.
I don't know what's going on. Are you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. And so Poshmark, I sell clothing. That's where I started. That's what I know. My closet was full of clothes, and I like to shop. But I love about eBay, you can sell all kind of stuff, but Amazon, you can sell anything, everything, and it's international. Like I love that you have so many doors open to you on Amazon. Now is the starting point, because some people feel like it's so difficult to get started with Amazon. What would you say to them, Nesha, if they thought it was just a mountain they couldn't climb?
It's not $1,000. You don't need $500. Like you can start Amazon with $100. Like you can literally, once you start your account and you have your bank account and all that other stuff is, synced together, nothing comes out of your personal bank account anymore unless you're in the red deep with Amazon. Like you just leave your account alone and you're still paying that $40, because it's $40 a month for a professional account. So anybody that's listening, if you're going to get an Amazon account, set your goals big and get a professional account and not an individual account, because an individual account limits you. For every item that you sell on Amazon, they charge you an extra $1. So we all plan to sell more than 40 items a month. So you might as well pay the $40 a month when you first start your account, because we're going to sell way over 40 items in 1 month. So when you first getting all that going, you want to make sure that you set your account up the proper way like that.
Agreed. And we have a question from Terry from Evolving Always Productions. She wants to know, how long did it take you to get Ungated?
I wish I had my own book in the beginning. I wouldn't have to fight so hard for everything. When I was it took me a little while in the beginning because, like I said, I started with books. Then I wanted to sell toys, so I got Ungated with toys. And to get Ungated with toys, it costs a little bit more money, but nothing astronomical. I think I got Ungated in toys, Star Wars, WWE, Hasbro, Mattel, and everything, all for about, I don't know, like $250, $300, but that was still then me not knowing. But after I started to figure out some other systems and how to stack products, it didn't take long, but start to take months. But now with the book, I've worked it out so that you can start getting Ungated within a week. So when your account is active, if you use the strategy in the book, the first guy that got my book got Ungated in 6 categories in 6 days. 6 categories in 6 days. And that was big. Because considering when you're a new seller, you can't sell anything. Like, you cannot sell groceries. Yeah. You can't sell contraceptives, feminine hygiene, toys. There's a lot. Personal care and health and safety and personal care. Some household products, hazmat. So when you're and so many brands, like, you can't sell a lot of brands. So the purpose of getting Ungated quickly right in the beginning is so that you don't feel like it's like you're climbing a mountain. When you go out and first are scanning and trying to source inventory, because I like to start my students with detail arbitrage. Right. It just, which I love. Like, you're like, no, everything's like a big red.
In my world, e-com is saying, what is Ungated? Which is a great question, because for all the slayers who are listening, some people may not know what Ungated is. So could you explain that for us, Nesha?
Absolutely. Thank you, my world e-coms too. Matt's one of my mentors. Matt is the book guy. He does books medium. So he taught me a lot when I was entering into the book genre. Very helpful guy. So Ungated means on Amazon, like I was saying, you can't sell in every category or brand. So in order for you, so we call that in the Amazon reseller world being gated. So in order to get Ungated, you have to be able to provide Amazon with the proper documentation from wholesalers to let them know that, listen, hey, I'm not counterfeiting this stuff. This stuff can be sold. And then once you submit the proper documentation, Amazon will be like, congratulations, you're approved to sell in grocery category, or you're approved to sell in the brand, So once they can verify that you're actually the real deal, and you're not just somebody trying to come on and sell anything to their customers, not yours, because that's how they are. Their customers.
Right. And we have to remember that, because as resellers on third-party platforms, it is the platform's customer. Even where we sell on Poshmark, eBay, whatever it is technically their customer. They put up the platform, they do the all the advertising. So we do have to keep that in mind. But on that, we still get to make our money.
Absolutely.
So you started reselling.
You and I have talked before, and as much as I love selling, I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say, Amazon's not your own business. All this, it's a business, and you can make so much money, but you gotta be careful, because they can, suspend your account and everything like that. So you gotta be careful. Go ahead.
And that is important. I'm glad you brought that up, because yes, you can be taken off the platform. So even though Amazon does give you the opportunity to make all this money, I think it's safe in life. You just don't put all your eggs in one basket. You always want to have something going on. Just like I teach the kids in the Swagslayer Young Entrepreneurship class. Yes, you can work for someone else, no problem. Don't put all your eggs there. Also have your own stream of income somewhere else that brings in money for you, just in case, because you never know what's going to happen. Correct. So I do love that you remind people of that, and you point that out. Like, yes, you can make all kind of money on Amazon, but you don't own Amazon. So make sure your ducks are in a row, just in case something does go wrong and they do have to suspend your account. Hopefully you'll get back on, but you need something in the meantime.
Absolutely. Right.
Yes. Terry says your book seems very
Backup plan B,
interesting.
C, D, E.
Right. So
Thank you very much.
Well,
I tried to keep it simple so people understand.
So,
and she did. She did keep it simple.
Okay.
I bought the book. It is really good. It was simple. Y'all know me over here, Slayers. I don't do well with all the extra. Like, just tell me exactly what you want me to do. Don't give me no tech language. Don't ask me to be trying to configure stuff. And the book was very plain language, very simple, easy steps to use. It's an affordable price also. So I definitely jumped on that and got the book and read the book. And so I would suggest the same. If you're interested in Amazon, even if you're not ready right now, it's good to have the information in your head, because when you have the information floating around in your head, you can start to think of strategies and ideas. Because just like they say in the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki, the question he says in that book to always ask yourself is, how can I afford this? So that opens your brain to creative thinking, to think of things, to come up with something. So I like to read things before I get started with them, things that I'm interested in. So I would definitely suggest, grabbing the book down in the description below, start to read it, start to get familiar, because it might be something you're like, I can't do this. Is not something I want to do. But after reading the book, you might be like, oh, I actually can do this, because that was me. I read the book and I was like, what? That's all I got to do? I can do that. So I would say definitely check it out.
That's it.
Yes, get that basic info. And Rhonda, you were going to ask a question. I apologize. What was that?
Oh, well, no, I'm just, my thing is, I'm kind of interested in starting with Amazon, as far as books go, because I have just so many. But I know, of course, that you have to figure out if these books are worth selling, first of all, and where this happy medium lies and how many and all this, where the rating is, and that's so confusing to me. But I know bits and pieces about it. I know that that's the best way to get started. So now, my thing is, do I send the books to Amazon? Do I ship them myself? I mean, what's the best course of action for that?
Well, with books, you can, with anything on Amazon, you can ship them yourself to customers after they're ordered, or you can send them into Amazon and Amazon fulfills your order. That's the best parts about Amazon, because they have fulfillment centers, so sellers can send their stuff in, or you can sell them yourselves. But you would use what Amazon has is Seller Central app, and also on there's obviously like a website, so you would use the app to source. So you can either scan the ISBN, the UPC code on the back of the book, the barcode on the back of the book, or your phone with the camera, with the app, it scans the the cover of the book, and it pulls up what we look at is all the different information or all the different listings for the product. And we look at sales rank, because every item on Amazon is ranked 1 from whatever million in the category. So books, there's books up to 30, past 30 million. So if you're getting closer to 1, you would start to be able to assess what books are good and if they're profitable for you to sell. Does that answer the question? Does that answer your question?
I mean, you did answer the question. I think that it would take, of course, I'm visual, so it would take me to sit down and go through and this and then ask questions as I go along, But I think that I always get confused. Now, should I pull up? That's the thing, is that I already have a Prime account. That's my personal account. So am I setting up a whole different account?
Right.
So I set up a whole brand new account.
You're setting up a seller's account. So sometimes when you see when you go into log into Amazon, it's on Amazon seller account, but you start your seller account and it's separate, but it's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you pretty much have a lot of sellers have the same login information for everything.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I would get confused sometimes, because I'm like, is it a separate app?
I apologize.
Oh, that's all right. Is it a separate app, or do I just go into my Prime
Seller
account?
Central is a separate app.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's a completely separate app. Seller Central and Amazon are completely. So you have Seller Central and then you have regular Amazon. So it's like a
Okay.
hub for, you know, for sellers. It's completely separate.
Right. Gotcha. Okay, because I really want to kind of test the water with that with
I'm
these
sorry, ladies. I
books.
feel like I'm lagging behind a little bit.
I think so. It's like a 10-second delay. So it is a little behind. You know, these live shows, we try to figure them out. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work.
Know. Yeah, that's why I apologize.
It's okay. It's fine. You work through it.
Yeah.
And then later, we'll just have you on the show again. But
like
today,
okay.
With all the Slayers who are listening, we definitely want to respect their time and we want to talk to you as much as we can. But yes, we'll probably schedule another time because I have a thing that just popped in my head that I was like, ooh, I wonder if Nesha can teach us on the live show how to do it without giving away all the secrets. But by the way, what Rhonda was saying, she is a visual learner.
I would
Nesha actually, yes, and we would love to have you. Nesha actually has a mentoring course where she personally, it's not pre-recorded, y'all. Like everybody else is like, go look at my pre-recorded videos for X amount of dollars. Nesha actually will work with you one-on-one with your Amazon account, specifically custom to you and what you want to sell and are ungated in and whatever she can on whatever you would like to become ungated in, because she knows how to ungate you, of course, and plus the book. And you can work with her one-on-one. Because for me, I rather, just like Rhonda said, she's a visual learner. Mm-hmm. I'd rather be able to ask the question as it pops in my brain than be like, oh, let me figure out what page that's on. Like, I will read the whole book from cover to cover. But at the moment that I'm doing it, I don't want to have to refer back to the book if I can't remember. I'd rather just be like, hey, what am I supposed to do now? And so she does have a mentor course. You can DM her at Geeky Niche on Instagram for that course if you're a learner who wants to learn one-on-one with another human being instead of a book or a video. You can do that with Nesha. And she's one of the few that I have found that she is the actual Amazon seller and she is the actual person going to train you. Because a lot of places I looked, you're going to get trained by the intern of the intern of the intern of the actual seller. And I'm like, I don't want that. They not the ones with the bank account that's loaded. I want the actual person. So,
well, yeah, and I would love that. I would love something like that because it's getting with her like a one-on-one and also having the book referred to. Now that's my cup of tea right there, honey.
Yes. And that's why I like her setup, and that's why we're having her on the show, because I love high and low.
It's a handheld process.
Oh, well, you know what? This might just be for me.
I definitely will hold your hand through the process.
Well, that's what a girl like me needs, child.
Come on, I got you.
I'm a little, because I've been like a little nervous to step out there, but you know, this is this right here, a little hand holding is what I'm down for right now. Because I like to see and do at the same time.
Affords you a lot of freedom.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah, I definitely will hold your hand. Amazon show you how Amazon will free you up too.
Yeah.
That's why I like it so much.
I need it.
You can put it on autopilot and send stuff in and don't have to be bothered with it. You can get all the books out your house and clear space for new stuff that you want. You know what I mean? Maybe get rid of some more of that inventory. You sell, I mean, a little bit, not a little bit. You sell everything on Amazon. If everything is out there, not just books and appliances, all kinds of stuff. But to not have to have it sit in your house and to have Amazon fulfill it and deal with the customers and the customer service and returns is a win for all resellers.
And I think too, I'm glad that you brought that up, because a lot of the Slayers who watch the Swagslayer talk started off on Poshmark or like transitioned to Poshmark and really enjoy the fact that Poshmark handles customer service. Now on Poshmark, we do physically still have to accept the return. But I think for a lot of Posh sellers, it would not be a far stretch to transition to Amazon, because we're already used to somebody else taking care of a lot of the customer service. We do still message with our customers, which you still do on Amazon, but we don't physically have to take the return back on Amazon.
Correct.
It opens us up to so many more items to sell, because on Posh, you know, we can only sell clothing, accessories, some books, some toys, but that's new. And on Amazon, I think that would be a transition from a Posh seller to an Amazon seller would not be that difficult, especially with a mentor like yourself, Nesha, a coach to walk them through step by step to do that. So yes, for sure.
Right.
Rhonda, did you have another question?
I mean, like it's not that big of a transition.
Yes.
And so I'm thinking about when what okay, so when once you move from the so you're selling, I'm selling books, I'm doing well, I'm rocking and rolling, I got the sales coming in for the books. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, what if I want to take some of my plus size inventory and sell it, put a few tops on there, or just some clothes. Now, how would the transition be from that? Now, is that something I have to go in to be ungated to sell that particular brand? And what would the steps, how would that work?
It varies. So depending on the brand, again, you would be, if it's a gated brand, you request approval. If you're ungated instantly, because that does happen a lot on Amazon, then you can sell the item. Same way that you would look for items and research items on eBay and Posh, you look for them on Amazon. If there's a listing and the rank is good, you can sell it. If there is no listing and you think it will sell on Amazon, you can create a listing. Amazon gets deep. You can run ads on your items on Amazon. Create full ad campaign. So the same opportunities on other platforms exist on Amazon.
Oh,
Nice.
You can run ads on Amazon. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I like
Terry
that.
has a two-part question.
Run ads for your products on Amazon.
Read the first part of the question, and then I'll put the second part on the thing. So she said her husband set up an account, but was still waiting to be able to add products. It keeps telling him to set up his account that has already been done and to, I guess, add his credit card information. And then it says also they were told that there was an interview process, but they have not seen anything regarding an interview. Do you know anything about that process?
Yes. Okay. So sometimes if you're having the issues with the credit card and stuff like that, I would just go into Seller Central and open what Amazon calls a case log or get help. And somebody will respond and tell you exactly what you need to do. But probably there's just some banking information that they need to verify. But that might also be taken care of once you do the interview. So Amazon wasn't doing this before, but throughout the pandemic, they started their verification process. It went from just a postcard to now this phone interview. It sounds a little bit weird, but they call you. I think they just verify a little bit of information. It's not a long conversation that you have with them. It sounds weird, and people are like, what? Amazon's going to call me? Yeah, that's something that they've implemented recently.
Okay, awesome. Good to know. So hopefully that helps you out, Terry, at Evolving Always Productions. And then Animal Cast has a question. It says, do you offer the ungated for Canadians that sell in the U.S. marketplace? Some U.S. suppliers don't ship to Canada, and that can be tricky sometimes.
Absolutely, yes. I know that some of the wholesalers that I work with do ship to Canada, that they are in the US. The shipping doesn't kill my students that I've worked with. And I also do like ungating consults. So if anybody's like interested in that, they can reach out to me. I kind of will walk you through the process. So definitely know there are distributors in Canada and US distributors, if you follow the strategies in the book, that will ship to Canada.
Nice. So Animal Cast, I hope that answered your question. Definitely get the book because she's got the strategies in there.
I even worked with somebody in Germany.
Nice. Yes. And then hook up with her to get the one-on-one ungating as well. So Terry is just saying that they were already verified. This is to the same question. And then are they just going to call, or do they tell you when they're calling? Are you familiar with that process? Because I know it's no.
No, they should set up an appointment. They should have definitely set up an appointment with you to let you know what time they're going to call. It's a whole, it's not like they just out of nowhere give you a call and say, it's an appointment. It's Amazon. They usually come correct. So you may possibly have missed an email or something, not knowing it, where, that it came from them, but just, again, go on Seller Central and contact, support, and they'll be able to help you get it situated. They're really good with responding. Amazon Seller Central, they're good with responding.
Nice. So yes, I'm glad you guys were able to get your questions answered. I did not have to go through that process because long time ago, I was like, oh, I'm gonna sell on Amazon. I got this. And then my brain was like, we don't have this. We don't know what to do. Just stop. Abort mission. So I never sold anything. And then I was looking for someone to help me because, like I said, I'm hands-on. I need somebody to be like, your hand is in the wrong place, move it over here. You're doing it wrong. So when I came across Nesha, I was so grateful, which, by the way, I met her in Clubhouse. So if you ain't on the Clubhouse, I'm telling you, get in the house. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway.
Right.
I feel attacked.
Some good comment. No, there's a lot of good information in Clubhouse. There's a lot. You feel attacked?
I attacked Tiana. Yes.
What happened?
Because I'm not on Clubhouse yet. I feel attacked.
But soon you'll be on Clubhouse.
I'm on my way.
You got to get in the room. You got to get in the room.
Oh yeah, I will. I'm on the way. It's a journey, but I'm getting there.
She needs an iPhone, Nesha. Her and I are both Droid users. I bought an Apple device to use another.
I just said
it. Yes.
Oh, okay. I used to have an Android. I've had Apple. I've had an iPhone for over a year now, but I love it. I wouldn't go back. I'm just seeing my phone now. It just works.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh,
it's a lot more fun for me.
But the Apple phone will definitely be a business phone.
Yes.
And but I work off of my Android. I'm just an Android lover. That's it. But sometimes I guess you gotta use what you need to use to make.
I love mine.
Facts.
Listen, you gotta be in a room. You gotta get the technology for it.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I'm there. I'm already.
It's great, but I don't like how it makes people feel like they gotta be inclusive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Terry has a question.
I don't like how Clubhouse makes people feel like they gotta get all involved. I'm sorry. Yes.
No, Terry just wants to know: is it your Instagram name the same on Clubhouse?
Yes, it is. It is. I believe, at Geeky Niche or Nesha Howell. I believe it's the same thing under Geeky Niche on Clubhouse. I have to double check. I'm over here talking all this junk about me being on there. Don't even know my name on Clubhouse. I will, but I'm pretty sure it's actually.
Well, all I know is
under Nesha Howell.
Okay, I'll put that.
All I know is when I do get on there, I need everybody to follow me.
And we will. We definitely will.
Okay, so I put in the comments that it may be Nesha Howell on Clubhouse. Oh, well, I spelled it wrong. I hit intro too soon, but y'all know it says Clubhouse. I left off the E. Wait, I got excited. So, okay. So you've been selling on Amazon. You basically went from 0 to 6 figures in a matter of a year. What are you planning to do for this year? Yeah. Like, what are your goals for Amazon?
Okay, so I said I would like to do 300,000 in sales this year. I think, I think it's achievable. I know it's achievable, so I'm just working at it. I would like to achieve a minimum of a 35% profit margin for Amazon. Like I try to shoot for like a really amazing profit margin. I had a friend of mine who told me like I'm shooting for 40% profit margin, which made me look at numbers different. So instead of like saying I want to hit a revenue goal, like do we want to hit a profit margin goal? You know what I'm saying? Because that 300K sometimes puts a lot of pressure on you. Or when you set a number, it's like, and then you start to, as you're checking in with yourself, you get disappointed or whatever. So I would love to do 300,000 this year. That's my number I want to hit.
I like that. I like that you That's 3
amazing.
Times. Yeah. You didn't go from I made 100,000 6 figures to 2. You said, nah, let's just make it 3. I can do it. I love that. I love people push themselves. So awesome.
Let's do 3. Yes. I did 110. So like we could get it. Let's go. I mean, let's go.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
So Slayers, as y'all know, Rhonda finds out things about the show that she co-hosts right here, the Swagslayer Talk. As y'all find out things, because I just come up with them during the show and then I just say them out loud on the show, and she's like, "Oh Lord, I didn't know we was doing that." So I'm just gonna say,
here we go. I didn't get this memo, y'all.
I'm gonna speak for me, but I'm gonna try to round up Rhonda too. But be on the lookout, because I am going to start the journey of Amazon. I mean, I guess I started like 2 weeks ago, but that's not the point. So you guys will be hearing about that.
You started.
Yes, on how I'm going to. My goal, because her goal is 300,000. My goal is 50,000 from now until the end of December, because I'm new. I'm trying to crawl before we walk. So be on the lookout for those updates and kind of how I'm doing. I'm very excited and nervous at the same time, but my nervous and excited always go together. I can't separate them. So, and I like I said, I read her book.
Don't be nervous. We got it.
Yes, we got it. I am doing the coaching. Like I said, I need hands-on. I need someone to walk me through. I need like a private tutor. And Nesha is going to be my private tutor in this journey, so you guys can watch. So if you're not sure about if you want to do it and you got the book and you read it and it sounds like, oh, it can be done, but you don't know someone who does it, because a lot of times we don't do stuff because we don't know anyone doing it. Y'all know me. So watch the journey, get more comfortable. Right. You can ask me the ins and the outs. I'm going to direct you to Nesha for most of the ends, because she got the information. I'm following the process. And then you'll see how it goes. And hopefully that'll encourage you, because that's what I'm here for, to encourage you to reach your dreams, your goals, your money, line your bank account. And so be on the lookout for that. And then at some point, later, when I talk to my friend Rhonda, and be like, "Hey Rhonda, do you want to come on the journey with me?" Maybe we'll have updates from Rhonda too. I'm just saying.
And Rhonda's gonna, I think Rhonda. I think Rhonda's gonna come on a journey. I think she wants to walk with us. I think she wants to come with us.
I do. Yes, I'm walking the walk. I mean, I really want to. I'm really ready to take the plunge into it. Like I say, I know books are the safety or the entry key to it. So I want to start there as I learn the process and things of this nature. I really do want to branch out in this particular on this particular platform. I mean, I spend my money on Amazon all the time. I might as well make some money on Amazon.
Yes,
all the time. I'm always ordering.
It's not
got to place an order now.
It's not going anywhere. Everybody depends on Amazon so much, especially with the pandemic and so many people not shopping in stores anymore. Like they'll
right.
It's not going anywhere. It's going to be lucrative for a long time. It's and you might as well get in now. Make the money now. Start learn the process. Since it's going to be here forever, it's not going anywhere.
Facts.
Learn the process. We're already reselling. We might as well take advantage of this money too.
And Christy was asking what I plan to sell. So I don't have a plan. I'm following the leader here. So just a heads up, because I don't know what I plan to sell, but I have been ungated I think, in 11. Yeah, she always says everything, but I think I've been ungated in 11 places in 6 days. So like I said, the book works, her coaching works. Like I got ungated in 11 different spaces in 6 days. So, and it would have been sooner, except for I screwed up how I submitted the stuff. Okay. So I had to resubmit. So it took 6 days. It probably would have been 3. So just letting you know.
It's a learning process. You gotta figure it out.
Yes. So I had another question, but I have forgotten.
Uh-oh.
I can't remember.
I want to know. I was stalking your Instagram, as I know well, and so I noticed like the T-shirt you have on. Is that something that you sell, or did you do you sell T-shirts as well? Do you design them, or you just or what?
I sell this T-shirt. I've started to create some T-shirts for resellers. And this is the first. It says "Damn right I thrift." You can find it on Amazon.com. It's a pretty, I think it's appropriate for all of us, no matter what platform we sell on. We all,
Yes.
regardless of what we've been up in the thrift store.
Exactly.
People don't think that you can get stuff out of thrift stores from Amazon, but you can. All those popcorn poppers and everything, you got to run comps on all that stuff because it sells. So people think like,
Oh,
you know,
well,
with
yeah,
retail
that's
arbitrage
true.
with Amazon, like we're just in the stores or ordering online. I was like, no, I thrift. I thrift too. I'm out here. I'm a
Right.
reseller with all with everybody.
Shirt.
We all thrifted.
Do you
Yeah.
sell your shirts in plus sizes as well?
I'm sorry.
Do you sell plus size?
Yes, absolutely.
Those
There's plus
t-shirts
sizes
and plus
available.
sizes. You know, I always
the
have to
link-
know because
Yes,
I'm a plus
I
size
do.
girl.
And then the link, is that in your Instagram
They
bio for the
definitely come in
t-shirt?
plus sizes, and then I'll be. Yes, the link is on my Instagram bio for the t-shirt. Also, website will be coming out soon, so you'll be able to get the t-shirt on the website. But for right now, it's just available on Amazon.com. But the link is definitely in my bio.
Nice. Very nice.
I would post it, but
As I go start right now, you know.
After
I'm
this
sorry, I couldn't hear.
I love it.
uploads, I will put the link to the t-shirt also in the bio. Because it's live stream, it takes about 24 hours before I can edit the description, but I'll also put the link in the description below after YouTube does its little thing. That way, if you're watching the replay, you can find it in the description as well. But you can always just go to her Instagram, which is super easy because it's on the screen, and then you can just find it in the link in her bio.
At Geeky Niche.
Yeah.
Yes, at Geek Niche, correct. And then if for some reason you're watching this and I'm sorry, listening, it is GEEKYNESH is her Instagram. In case you're not able to watch because like you're working
Correct.
and you're just listening to the conversation. So you did six
We
figures.
appreciate it.
You're gonna do 300K next year. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with your business?
Oh wow. I would love to put out a lot of more, digital products to help new sellers. Courses and a couple of more ebooks that I think would cover some really important topics that would clear up a lot of questions that new sellers. But as far as my account, I mean, I would love to be a 7-figure Amazon seller in 5 years. If I'm talking sitting, 300K this year, I would love to be a 7-figure Amazon seller. I would love to be at 7 figures with like a crazy wholesale business model going on where I'm not touching much product.
I like that. I like the not touching the product. Like right now, my resale world with Poshmark and all my 8 other platforms, I touch the product. I want to get away from that. I just want to see the product on my computer, pay for the product, and it ships to wherever it has to go. That's all I want to do.
Right.
Yes. And I know that can't be
That's
done.
one of the things that I cover, that's one of the things that we cover in the training.
Yes. And I like that. And that's what I was going to say. Like, I researched this. Like I said, I wanted to sell on Amazon several years back. I researched it. I read, I looked for courses, I looked for classes. Nothing was fitting the way I learned. My learning strategy, I really like to be involved with the person teaching me and not having to just rely on text or just videos. I like to have one-on-one training. And this is the first person that I personally found that does that one-on-one training, which is so important, especially for me on how I learn it. Can I learn through a video? Of course. I went to college. I did all that. Can I learn in a book? Of course. But that book and that video isn't going to tell you when you ask a question like, oh yeah, don't forget about this. Just click here, click there. Like it has more inside knowledge. It's an actual living, breathing human being who's doing it every day. Like they can't write everything in the book. Everything can't be in the video. I like that one-on-one. And it's really teaching me. I've learned so much in the last several days just by talking with Nesha, just asking questions here or there, and she was like, oh yeah, don't forget this. And you put this there. And it blew my mind that I was able to be ungated in so many places in such a short time. I was like, this seemed impassable last year. Like, and even when I talk to other people who sell on Amazon, they're confused on how you get ungated. I'm like, but you do this every day. How did you get ungated? And they try to explain to me, or they say, well, I had to wait 6 months. And I was like, 6 months? I want to eat today. So when I found her and I was like, we can get ungated how soon? I say, oh yeah, let's do it. Because there are people I met, they're making $10,000 a month or more. And they were like, well, I had to wait 3 to 6 months before I got ungated. I had to just start at books, or I just had to start here where they already had me open. And then I had to wait for the rest. And I literally, it took me less than a week. And I was like mind blown. What are these people doing? And it wasn't that they didn't want to share with me, because I know them. They sell on Amazon. I watched the process. They just didn't know. They didn't know how to do it either. So, they don't know. Yeah.
And that's what
I hear that a lot myself. That
you don't, I mean, I'm sorry, go ahead, Rhonda.
Well, what I was saying was that I hear that a lot, that it takes so much to be ungated. It takes so much. It takes so much time, so long that to to go through this process. Whereas here you are, Tiana, ungated, and all kind of things. Just like this, you know, in this short amount of time. So it shows that it can be done. And maybe these people aren't, first of all, they don't have your book. So maybe that's the T. But, I just think that,
first.
yeah,
right,
exactly. I'm all about that. Yeah, maybe they need to do some more research, and maybe it wouldn't take them longer. They're not having the right connections, that person to talk to.
When you get on Amazon, it's a lot of information all at once. It's a lot. Like, it's overwhelming. It can definitely be overwhelming, but like with the right direction, if anybody just point you real quick, you just need a few suggestions sometimes. But the book lays it out. You don't have to be lost in the sauce for months, not wait 6 months. That doesn't even make any sense. Like, it's such an easy process to get through the door to start selling everything. That's just the whole thing. Sell more faster, so that you're not feeling defeated. You're already trying to start a new business. It's not like you want to go on and you're trying to buy products and you can't sell anything. It just takes a little, just a little bit of determination and low cost. That's the other thing. Like, it's not going to cost you a lot of money.
Yeah. So what is the best way?
A lot of sellers don't want to share. I just thought that.
Yeah, a lot of sellers don't want to share. Earlier they act like holy grail. Come on now. I mean, really and truly, once you know something, once you've achieved a certain level, I think it's always great to reach back and help the next person, because that's how we learn and that's how we grow. And don't get me started on that. Let me get off that soapbox and go into. I'm looking at, like, how would I set up my account? I'm setting as seller's tools. I've got this together. Do I need a separate account? How am I getting paid out? Do I get paid out after? Is there a time that the consumer has X amount of days before I get paid, or before they? I mean, how does all that work? Because sometimes, I'm okay. I'm gonna be quiet so you can answer.
Okay. Sure. No. Those are really, really great questions, because that's a lot of stuff people want to know. So with Amazon, to set up the Amazon account, you go right on Amazon.com, and there's a link either at the bottom or when you first sign on that says sell on Amazon, and that's where you would go to set up your seller account. Amazon pays out every 2 weeks. You'll notice that your money is in reserve. They don't release payment until after 7 days from the date that the customer receives their item. So that way, if that leaves room for returns or anything like that, or any kind of discrepancies with the week after the item arrives with the customer, your money is released. So every 2 weeks you get money. So you'll see what you have left in reserve. Like I said, you'll see what you have left in reserve, and then you'll see what was actually available to you that will be deposited. Also, Amazon does offer, if you have kind of like money in the pot and you need your money, you can request to have your payment early. So if there's money in reserve that's able to be released where the sales have been closed out that were scheduled for the week, the 2 weeks coming, after the next pay period, well, not pay period, but payout.
Right.
So
okay, so
I
now
think that answer, right?
So now if I have all these books,
so yeah, you definitely get paid every 2 weeks.
Oh, I love that. So if I have all these books, now is there a certain amount that I should send? Is there a certain amount? Because shipping books, they're not light. So how many books would you recommend sending at one time? How much weight? Because if you're just starting out, you might want to be watching your little coins. But I'm just kind of curious because I have a lot of books.
No, so again, okay, everything comes out of the Amazon account. So they're not for shipping costs, they're not gonna hit your checking account for you to ship. So once you start selling on Amazon, everything gets deducted out of that Amazon account. And Amazon has really, really cheap, it has like a contract with UPS, and their shipping costs are very cheap. Like I shipped 96 pounds of inventory last week, and it cost me, it was like $23. I posted it on Instagram. So like 96 pounds worth of product, which was 24 cents a pound. So honestly, the heavier your shipments are with Amazon, the less it brings down the cost for shipping. So the more weight, I guess that's with freight. Like when you look in freight world, I've learned when you send more, your shipping costs go down. So that's how it is. Right. That's how it works with Amazon. And you ship through UPS.
I don't think I'll be having 96
when you prepare a shipment of your book, say you figure it out. You will.
Okay.
You're gonna have a lot. You're gonna have a lot of inventory.
Maybe not
you can make a lot of money.
Nisha, not right immediately. I won't have 96 pounds, but maybe I predict later on down the line that I shall. But right now, cleaning out the books that I have in my home while I'm looking around for free books, dollar store books, free books.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm how I started out of my own.
Don't sell new books online. Don't sell any new ones. There you go. That's how you do. That's how we all started, scanning and selling things out of our houses, scanning people's stuff. I can't stop.
Did you say don't send any new ones?
Store without scanning something. I can't be in line. No, you shouldn't send in new books from Amazon.
Oh.
There's like that issue with like counterfeiting books. Anybody with selling books, they don't recommend that you sell new books. People do it. I ain't even gonna lie. I've done it before, and then somebody pulled my coattails up. My World Econ was like, you should not be sending in new books. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't I wasn't aware. You think you can sell anything, but you should be able to show, because books, especially textbooks, you have to be ungated in certain textbooks to send certain textbooks, because they don't play around with again, like plagiarism and counterfeiting books and stuff like that. So they don't, it's frowned upon. Yes. I think it's against Amazon's terms of service to sell new books.
Okay. So I know that, I've asked this question before of another Amazon seller. What, when it comes to books, I know I've just been talking about books, honey. Y'all, okay, this is my last about books. But is there a particular genre of books that are, I guess, the best sellers or quick sales, or however you want to phrase that?
I would say, like, I don't know, like history books, personal help books are good. Religious books. I've done real well with religious books and stuff like that. And cookbooks. Surprising, cookbooks sell really well. For me, I've done well with cookbooks, but we stay away from children's books. They don't usually sell in like romance novels, like those little teeny tiny little romance novels and stuff like that. They don't tend to sell too well.
Oh, child, I don't even like those. But I do have some weight loss books, weight loss cookbooks.
All of that. Anything that has to do with health, yoga, stuff like that. Anything self-help or, personal finance. Anything that deals with personal development, things like that. Those sell really well.
Okay, and then I have a few autobiographies from the stars, because I'm into that. But so okay, I think I have a nice little assortment. To get started. So we'll talk.
Awesome. I did not have any other questions. You answered all my questions. You know, I'm hyped up. It's been so hard for me to keep it under wraps and not post on my IG or tell everybody that I have started Amazon. So to be able to say it today, even though I heard myself say it out loud, all of a sudden I started sweating. I was like, oh my God, now everyone knows they're going to be looking at me. But I'm really excited. So thank you so much.
We are under the spotlight now, Tiana. They're looking at us.
We have to produce.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for coming. Make sure, Slayers, that you're following her at Geeky Niche on Instagram.
We got it.
Yes, and on Clubhouse, same name. And then be on the lookout for posts that we'll probably put up together so you guys can kind of watch my revolutions, my growth as I go through the process with her. I just read the book, like I said. I'm just following her one-on-one advice, and then that way you can see someone go from zero to hero. I don't know why I said that, but anyway, that way you can kind of watch the process.
Well, I'm gonna be in the.
That was good.
I'm not gonna slide.
And you meant it.
I'm not gonna slide in your DM, but I'm gonna hit you up in your DM. And you know, because I really,
who says that Nesha helped them. So you have a real life person.
Oh, wow. In 3 months. Oh yeah, okay. That's Dora. What's one of my students? Dora and I.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was
very
my first student. Dora. The ground running.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, and I love to hear that, because you know that's not scripted.
Yes,
we don't.
And I love my world.
Dora did great.
He's answering Terry's question about the new book.
My world. Oh, okay. Because I was like, what was that? Oh, you must have an invoice. Yeah. Okay.
That was Terry's question. Yeah. So he's just answering Terry's
question. When we were saying something about the book. Yeah, must have an invoice.
And so,
do you want to I see now.
She's just confirming, her name is Dora. Nesha said that she's confirming that ungating was easy. So Nesha was able to help her with that also. So awesome. That was great that she popped in right before we ended, so y'all could see there's somebody else, you know, out here doing it, that they took the course with Nesha and is out here making money with what they learned from Nesha. So Nesha, thank you so much for joining us. Slayers, do not forget to follow her on Instagram and in Clubhouse. You're welcome. Rhonda and I will be here tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be talking about Mamish, the new reseller app. We're going to go over all the things that we've learned, kind of how the app works. It's brand new, so we're going to just teach you the things that we know, and then come in the comments tomorrow on the live with any questions that you have or any of your experiences with Mamish. It's such a new app. We want to learn about it, and they do sell the same things Poshmark sells, pretty much clothing, accessories, and shoes. So till next time, Slayers, we will see you right back here on YouTube, live stream to Facebook. Ladies. Yes, thank you, at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, Slayers.
Thank y'all.